Hello, this is ELB. Let's get back to work. Last time we got the split camera working, as well as fixed a couple of small bugs. You might hear some sounds in the background, like applause. I have Summer Games Done Quick up right now on TV, and it's on low, but I still have the volume up, so you're gonna have to get used to that. Alright. Not totally sure what I want to work on this time. I suppose HUD elements wouldn't hurt. For a while now we've been showing the health of things by simply having them turn redder and redder, but that's not how it's supposed to be in the end. Oh. Alright. So we already got the... what's the word I'm looking for? The lock-on working with the different screens and how they're different colored. So something else along those lines. Actually, now that I think about it, I wanted to optimize some of the code real quick, because I have copy-pasted code which I don't really want. And I realized there'd be an easier way to do it. So I'm going to create something that I'm going to call player number. You okay? Okay. Player number equals 1 for player 2, and it's going to be 0 for player 1. Okay. So we can remove this controller number. Here, let's do this real quick. Okay, so now we're going to use the number player number for several different things. What am I doing? Just going to move this over here. And I can completely delete this end step event for both of these guys. Now here in camera, I'm going to replace 0 with player number. Okay. Now we can do the same with the lock-on as well. View current equals player number as opposed to just 0. I'm going to change this to say player specifics instead. Add player color as well. You know what? I'm going to do the American spelling just to be safe, because I'll probably forget that I spelled it the European way later. So, no, you're... My boyfriend's just like laughing. So, GameMaker always spells color with the U. It has both spellings, but it doesn't really recognize it and give the suggestions for the other spelling if you spell it the American way, and thus it won't know what, why am I forgetting the word? What arguments you can put into it until you actually compile it. While you're in the editor, I mean, it won't know what arguments you can use unless you spell it the European way for some reason. Nope. There we go. And that should work. Oh. Controller. Oh, I forgot to do that. Gotta go through all the code real quick. And make sure we're using the correct controller. Place that with player number. Currently, Summer Games Done Quick is doing Twilight Princess. And they're still like within the first 10 minutes, but it's like a 4-hour long run apparently. Although I guess that's not too surprising. Wind Waker was like 4 or 5 hours if I recall correctly. And the last time I like really tried to play through that game quickly, I did it 20 hours. But I'm not a speedrunner. Place all. Okay, any other places we need this? Got player number in there. Player number is not in there. And okay. Didn't crap out on us on this attempt. Uh-oh. They're both blue. That explains it. I made them both blue. Okay. They are correct. Alright. So now to add some minor HUD elements. So that's going to be showing us where we're looking. I don't know if I'm going to keep this until the end. It's just to sort of help with showing exactly where we're facing. I'm going to change this from saying lock on to saying HUD. Okay, drawing lock on. Drawing arrow. Draw sprite. SPR. Draw sprite. EXT, there we go. So we're doing SPR. Arrow. Sum image 0. X would be X, Y would be Y. X scale would be 1, Y scale would be 1. Rotation would be player aim direction. Color would be player color. And alpha would be 1. Also, you see how it says color down there with a U? Actually, here, I'm going to draw sprite color. No? See, if I do draw set color, it's clearly... Oh, hold on. It clearly knows that it's supposed to be a function. It just doesn't know what it's supposed to have as arguments until you put that in there. The U. Anyhow. Let's see if this works. Oh, Link's now a wolf. Okay. Well, that looks not good at all. What did I mess up? Let's see. I got a script for this. Let's do CR player center X. And then CR. No. I think that doesn't work anymore now that I think about it. No, it does. Okay. Let's see if that works now that we're going off of the center of the bounding box as opposed to the X and Y coordinates. It does, although it's a bit far off, to be honest. Which isn't quite what I want, but... Okay. Let's bring that in just a bit closer, at least. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's serviceable. Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna do something that's been bothering me. Or fix something that's been bothering me, I should say. Oh, what am I doing? And I need to stretch the water out. And there we go. Doesn't quite look right since the screens are so perfectly connected. I'm curious, how do other games usually handle that, at least from an aesthetic position? If we look at Mario Kart 8 split screen, what would we get? It is just separated by a small black border. Okay. Let's try that. There we go. We have a single little line. Oh. This stick is a little weird feeling. Anyhow. Hey. He's leaning over and looking at me while I'm working. It's just a little funny. Okay. So what I'd like to test now is see exactly whether or not GameMaker is able to handle something real quick. I'm gonna... I know what I'll do. I'm gonna put a rock. It's just gonna be... Where is it? Not terrain. Pickup, there we go. I'm gonna put a rock right here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna create a new view. It's gonna be visible when the room starts. It's not gonna be that big. It's just gonna be 16 by 16. It's gonna be at 0, -32. No, it can't be in the negatives? shoot. What about... I mean, why can't it be in the negatives, though? Can it be way over here? It can be way over there. But why not in the negatives? I mean, the camera can clearly go into the negatives. Okay. And then it is going to be... Port on screen. It's only going to be 16 by 16. And... let's see, 320. So that'll be at 320. And the Y will be... oh yeah, that should be 320 as well. What am I thinking? Here, let's just do that. X0, Y 320. Yes. Wait, no. Shh. Ugh. Don't remove it. No, don't remove it. Okay, let's see what this looks like. It makes everything look a little bit broken. Okay. Let's fix that real quick. Alright, there we go. So we are in fact able to render something that's off screen, which means that should be able to help us in creating our HUD. So, sorry, I got distracted by the stream. They are running through the mist with the monkey with the lantern and the flower in her hair, or in her ear, I should say. In the mist that'll make you pass out. Okay, so... okay, so now that we're going to be drawing the HUD, let's try something a bit simple. We're going to try drawing HP bar. So draw rectangle color. So when it comes to the coordinates, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be drawing it out of the room, and then we're going to have the screen look to where it's going to be. So first we need to get the... well, no, we don't need to actually get the coordinates or anything. At least I don't think. We can just do room width, room height. Okay. And then room width and room height. So we're going to be going from those numbers. What's up? You can just ask me in person. There is a GUI layer that you can draw onto directly. But I am not a fan of it because it does not resize properly with the surface. As in, if I wanted it to be, say, pixely, and I want those pixels to become bigger and chunkier with the rest of the game screen, that's not going to happen. Instead, they will remain the same size as if the entire game was sized for, you know, single pixel per pixel. So that's why I don't use the GUI layer, GUI layer, whatever you want to call it. So let's see. I have a dark red, right? Like a maroon or something. Yeah, see maroon. See maroon. See maroon. See maroon. How do you spell maroon again? Outline false. Okay. So let's do +1 on the first spot. +1 right there. That's for the width +101, so it's going to be 100 pixels long. And it doesn't need to be very thick, just like 5 or 6. Or we'll do, yeah, 5. Okay. And it's going to be all the same, except the plus will be plus HP. And rather than being maroon, it'll be see red. Okay. And that's all it's going to be. Bless you. Actually, rather than why did I put in HUD? It's not a heads-up display. It's just a GUI. So we'll do that. We'll call this off screen. And if view current equals player number +4. There we go. Now let's go back into our views. So those health bars are going to be drawn right about there. So we're not going to be using view 2, so let's get rid of that. Instead we're going to go to view 4. We're going to have the width be, say, well, the width is going to be 320, and the height is going to be 16, because that's easy enough. Port on screen is going to be 320 and 16. With the x coordinates, well, 321, no, 320. Y is going to be, no, the x is going to be 0, and y is going to be 320. There we go. Okay. It's not following anything, it's just going to be 316. Port on screen is going to be 320, and then 321 for the X, since we're going to have that tiny gap. And rather than putting the X and Y coordinates for the view in room here, I'm going to have the players do it dynamically, so that I don't have to worry about room size when I'm actually resizing the room. So here's what I'm going to do. Surface resizing. Yeah, that's correct. 641 and 336. Okay. GUI camera placing. So I'm going to do no. What am I thinking? It's not just ViewXView, it's going to be ViewXView player number plus 4 equals room width, then view Y view player number plus 4 will equal to room height. Okay. Those coordinates might be off by 1, I'm not totally sure, but let's see. Oh, we got this. Not set before. Player number wasn't set before reading it, really? Oh, I know why. Let's do that. Oh, he already beat the mini-boss for the first dungeon in about half an hour. He's getting the Gale Boomerang. The worst boomerang in all of Zelda history. Okay. This is what we got right now. So, it looks like the health bar isn't quite how big as it's supposed to be. But it is working. Look at it going down. Of course, that means it's going to go into the negatives in a moment. Yep. Cool. We've got a basic working health bar. So, that being the case, let's not draw self with the color. Let's just make it bright red color. Oh, I see. Just see white. So that means we can get rid of this lerping color. And there we go. Let's give this a background real quick. So draw rectangle color. Width, room height, room width plus plus VW view player number plus 4, and then actually, what am I doing? So what we're doing is we're getting the X and Y location of the view for the GUI, then we're getting its width and height and drawing a rectangle completely across it. That's going to be just, I don't know, white or something for now. So plus player number plus 4. Then let's get the colors, C white, C white, C white, C white. And then outline false. There we go. It's basic, but it works. He's fighting the boss. I am kind of curious why the health doesn't go all the way up, though. Let's see. HP starts at 100. Here, you know what? We'll just do this. Apparently there was just a proposal, as in like a marriage proposal, over SGDQ. Is that math even right? I feel like it's not. We'll just do this then. Oh, wrong thing. Getting messages on Steam. There we go. Just to make sure, let's put these in parentheses, and there we go. That should be completely correct. Or not. Not set. Oh, did I really not set it? Oh, I put HP max instead of max HP. Okay. And there we go. The health bar is looking exactly how it should. And we're taking hits. Of course it can go into the negatives. Alright. Wait a moment. I just realized that the little arrow vanished. What happened? View current equals player number. Oh, that would explain it. Got the arrow over there, which is not what we want. We want it right here. There we go. Actually, let's change that a little bit. So there'll be two versions, one for when you're locked on and one when you are not. So we should be able to just set that to targeting, and it'll go off the Boolean value for determining which of them it uses. Yep. Okay. Actually, when we were locked on, it was kind of covering the enemy a bit, so rather than doing that, let's go back to keeping it at 0. And instead, let's make this an else. There we go. So I'm running around now that I'm locked on. Don't need my little Amy thing. There we go. Okay. Although health doesn't actually do anything right now, we at least have a visual representation of it. And we know whether or not we're locked on at any given point, just by looking at our own character. Alright. Feels good. How long have I been going now? 45 minutes? I'm thinking about how exactly I want to do the quote-unquote pause menu. Since we're already using multiple views to show both the game world as well as the HUD, I'm thinking something that we can do is just, when the player presses start, it deactivates both of them and brings up another one, maybe? Not totally sure yet. So, you know what I'm going to work on for now? Something not so technical. Let's mess around with tiles again. So we got some absolute basics for, you know, stone walls and stuff. I'd like to also... Actually... I'm gonna do this so that I can save a little bit of space. Placing you two. There we go. That means I gotta fix this. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah! Something relatively simple. Stairs. Copy, paste. Done. We have stairs. I guess doesn't actually add anything, but does look just fine. Okay. Test. Oh, we do want to show tiles. We don't want to show objects. was dodging Epona. Okay. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Image alpha equals 0. So it'll be invisible. There we go. Still rather simple. Okay. So what I'm thinking about right now is exactly... Oh, that was not right at all. Do something real quick just for testing purposes. Enter. Let's see. I'd just like to make it full screen. Window get full screen. Windows set full screen. Okay. Enter will be full screen. And shift will be the opposite. There we go. So what I'm thinking of right now is the way that I'd like it to... Really? You just don't like that, do you? I would like it to scale well with modern monitors, and thus that would mean that each zone would have to be the right size. Each screen in general would, like each zone with the HUD would have to be the right size, assuming that there would be up to 4 players. So, But why wasn't it appearing? So, obviously you can't tell what was happening on my end, but when I press the button to make it go full screen, it is making my big not seen monitor just go black. which obviously isn't what we want. I mean, maybe it's only able to go full screen on the main monitor, but... Well... Sorry, got distracted by Twilight Princess again. It looks like they did a skip, because you're not supposed to get to Lake Hylia before you complete the other dungeon. At least not as far as I remember. What? Okay. He just pointed at my screen. Like, get back to work. You're able to resize just fine. Maybe there's something in the game settings. Do border window. What if we start in full screen mode? What'll happen then? It breaks. Good to know. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Get ready for up to 4 players. What are the colors actually? Yeah, it was red. It goes red, blue, yellow, green. Okay. Okay. Gonna put them all right there. Then let's see. Upon creation, let's set the player count to 4 so it doesn't all break immediately. And press play. It might break because yeah, the UXV not set before reading it, of course. Let's see. Let's not put it in. Nope, wrong thing. Sorry for my silence. So we gotta set the views. Oh, I didn't realize that GameMaker only allowed up to 8 views. Okay. Okay. $320, 16, $320, 16, $320, 16, $320, 16. Visible when room starts. But I am going to change one main thing. Make it 320, and we're going to do something else to give us that border. So, hold on. I'm not explaining what I'm doing at all. So, what my intention is to have the HUD look like this. And then here's the game rooms, or here's the game windows. Paint 3D, really? I've never even tried using that yet. So these would start at 16. No, not X16. You would be X0, you would be 320, but then this would not be 320, it would be 336. You'd be 336 as well. And then 656, and you would be... Okay, I think that'll work. And I hadn't set the surface to be the correct size. So let's see. 656 plus 3 plus 6. No, wait. 656 is that. It's just 640 for the X. Okay. And this is looking correct. Mostly. Admittedly, it's kind of hard for me to tell at the moment. I should stop this now. Thank you very much for watching. I think it's correct. I hope you have a wonderful day.